back to a new episode Behind the Wealth. Please note that everything we say, it is for general advice and it's not a specific advice for yourself and your circumstances. If you need more specific advice, please call us on 0296007760 or email us at pw@silveryoung.com.au. The subject of today is a lot of times when I go in a barbecue or in general functions that I meet people I don't know. Sometimes you throw the question, so what do I need a financial advisor? And it's an interesting question. The reason is, interesting question is because what do we need the services of someone else? What do I need a plumber? What do I need I don't know, a carpenter? What do I need an auto mechanic? The reason we need other people's services is because we don't have the skills to achieve or to do the outcome or to have this outcome that we want, or repairing our car or do a plumbing job or build a structure because we are not skilled in that particular area. In finance, there is a lot of people think they know more that they really know, because they know a little bit, but they don't know so many other things, from tax, from other regulations, if it's regarding super funds, for life protection, lifestyle protection structures, and they discount something because they heard something bad or they heard something incomplete, and they make their opinion. So pay a visit to a financial advisor. It takes this all out and put it in a more context, in a more meaningful way and value for you, for your personal circumstances. Do you need an accountant? You don't need an accountant if you know to do your financial statements yourselves, and you can lodge them online with the tax office. You can do everything by yourself. And there are people that I met over my career as a financial planner that they were more than capable to do everything, and I had really nothing for me to add to them, so to be better off by paying me a fee or a service for me to do the ABC for them, because they're already done. And I can remember probably half a dozen, even more, of these people. They don't need, or they take an idea from yourself, for the financial planner, and then they go and implement it themselves. This is almost very common. There is a problem with that. Sometimes they're half implemented or 1/3 implemented, or they miss an important part of the implementation. But more or less, there are a lot of people capable to do that. Other people need financial planner because they are time poor, not because they're not capable to do the constant investment and the constant allocation and the constant review, but they need someone to be next to them and push them to do this stuff that they need to do to achieve the results what they want. That's why you need the services of someone else, and because you are time poor. Other people, they're not time poor, but they don't have the knowledge to implement it. So if you're not time poor and you have the knowledge and you constantly update your knowledge, more likely you don't need a financial advisor. But still, you don't know what you don't know compared to someone who does this full time. And that is the value that you add to the person that comes to our office. And I, straight away after half an hour, when we do the fact find and we go through the process, my question to my client or to my new potential client is, how can I add value to what you want to do? How can I be of benefit to you today in this first hour we meet? What do you need from me? To tell you a general information, how you get the Centrelink income, or how to calculate the potential capital gain, or how it is the law treats this issue if you inherited money from someone? What do you want me to do for you to add value to you? And then from that, we dissect it. And sometimes They don't need anything from me. They just want the chat, and they want to confirm a few things, and they want then to go and do everything by themselves. This is fine. At least they took a professional advice. They saw what they can have and what is cost related to someone to help them, and they make a decision. This is actually a better result, I believe, than someone has a story on his mind or her mind that this is a bad investment, this is a bad proposition, no, who needs insurances? Or, what do I need to have this or that to protect my financial growth and my financial well-being, without really asking and tick all the boxes to evaluate if they do the right thing. And then from the next stage is, if the clients or the person see value what the financial advisor can offer, then it starts the relationship and the conversation to a bit more deeper way and a more meaningful way for the client. And then it starts a relationship for these two parties, the financial advisor and the client. And this relationship sometimes goes years and years, and most of the times goes years and years, and goes even cross generations. So we do the mom and dad that we met 10, 15 years ago, and now we do the son and the daughter-in-law, or the daughter and the son-in-law, and to go to the next step. What is the moral of story of today's podcast? Why do we need a financial advisor? It's because you are not sure if you know enough. And if you sure 100% you know enough, probably you don't need it. It's like if I ask you to change, I don't know, a tap, and you are quite handyman, of course you don't need a plumber. You do it yourself. But if you don't have the time to do it, and it stays week after week after week after week after month, and still the tap is leaking, maybe it's a good idea to get someone to help you implement this and put it in a certain level to go by itself mechanical, and then continue by yourself. And I think the most critical point of the need of an external advice is to evaluate if you're missing something important. I've seen many times people selling properties in the long year. If they waited 2 months or a month, would be a lot better tax position and a lot less tax payable compared to sell, let's say, in May instead of selling in July. I've seen a lot of people, they don't do seller sacrifice, which they can easily do and will be happy and have a very good results, but it didn't come across the mind that they need to do that, or they can do that, or they're able to do that. Take another example. This EV, the electrical cars, there is an enormous amount from, if you go and ask your accountant, of potential tax minimization if you run your own business with an electric and you buy electric car. There is certain levels that you can, an enormous amount of benefit, because the government wants to push the adoption of the new technology through electric cars, and use so to minimize the petrol and the diesel cars. And they give some incentives. If you miss that, if you didn't ask your accountant, or if you didn't ask your financial planner, you go and you buy a car when you really love to have an electric car and have the tax minimization as well, or the tax benefit as well. The moral of the story is you need to ask the question, because you don't know 100% if you know everything related to that subject. And if you do, then that's fine. Then you don't need anyone else. This is for me. I thought to address this point because I've been asked this several times, and I thought to bring it to your attention why we need these services, and if we need these services, how to address that need. Till next time, have a good day.